Well, then I guess that you're full of baloney, and you are simply a common thief who has pocketed $4,500 of their dollars.
Scammers are getting smarter, y'all, and they're coming for your biggest investment and your hard-earned money. Whether you're buying, selling, or renting, knowing how to spot these scams could save you thousands of dollars. Let's dive into the most shocking real estate scams.
And you've got families as far as Indiana, from Georgia, came here all at the same time yesterday with their U-Hauls and everything to figure out that they had been ripped off. This is Nicole Johnson and David Johnson. Largo police say right now they are on the run, not only from the cops, but also these people who were ripped off by thousands.
But, she's freaking low life.
I think she's disgusting and just a horrible person, both of them.
So here's the front.
Detectives say this is Nicole Johnson giving a video tour of this home on Lexington Court in Largo. Investigators say through social media, the couple would target families with children who were in the market for a rental home. Officials say at least 15 families fell victim to the scheme, with the couple collecting $25,000 to $30,000 in security deposits and first and last month rent payments. The families were given keys last week and all showed up at the home Tuesday to move in and discovered it was a scam. The couple gone.
I have 3 kids. I'm a single mom, and we're living in a hotel right now.
This is Tremaine Johnson.
Now I don't have no home.
He's being forced to live in a motel right now with his mother, wife, and son.
I just don't know what to believe. I'm still in shock. I'm still mad. I cry every about 30, 45 minutes.
Detectives say Nicole Johnson faked documents using the name of whomever the home actually belonged to, so it didn't raise any red flags to potential renters. I called. No answer. Detectives say the couple stole a car from one of their parents and is on the run in Long Island, New York.
It's pretty big. I've never seen a rental scam this big, and my partner, who's been doing this for over a decade, she's never seen anything this involving this many people with this kind of money.
Detectives say the number of victims continues to rise, as this man says he would love to confront the couple he says stole more than $3,000 from his family.
I don't know how you go to bed every night knowing that you took money not from just my family, but other families. Had a family from Indiana come down with $2 in a cash.
It's the thing, you just have so many victims here, and I can tell you, even standing here today and at the police station, people were coming here to move in today. That didn't happen, and people were continuing to just pour into the police station to make a crime report. Mark can tell you that police do have a bolo out for the car that the Johnsons are accused of stealing. Hopefully they'll track him down pretty soon.
In tight, competitive housing markets, many people are desperate and looking for a good deal for housing and feeling the need to act fast. This is when we should all be careful because there is a rise in online rental scams. With rental scams, scammers create fake online ads and list properties for rent, sometimes ones they don't even own, at below market rates. They will steal photos of legitimate listings to create these fake ads. When potential tenants show interest, the scammer requests a deposit to hold the property, to show the property, or collects an application fee and then disappears. This often leads to renters finding out the property is unavailable or doesn't exist, therefore losing their deposit and a place to stay. According to the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center, schemes frequently target the real estate sector. In fact, the FBI received 9,521 real estate-based complaints in 2023. That may not seem like a significant number. However, in terms of losses, these crimes amounted to more than $145 billion, more than the amount of money lost to identity theft, extortion, ransomware, and many other types of crimes.
These are the plaintiffs, Nicole Reason and Kirby Gaston. Nicole says she rented an apartment from the defendant, and as it turns out, she's a bona fide scammer. The woman doesn't own the apartment, and they're here in the good name of justice suing for the $4,500 the defendant stole from them. This is the defendant, Natalie Jean. She says she rented a two-family house from the owner and rented the first floor to the plaintiffs. Then, out of the blue, the owner was foreclosed on and tried kicking everyone out of the house quickly. She has no idea why the plaintiffs are suing her, because subletting is legal in her state, and she doesn't owe them any money in the eyes of the law. That's for sure. She's accused of pretending to be someone she's not.
All parties, please use your right hands.
Nicole Reason?
Yes.
And Kirby Gaston? Yes. Okay, you're suing Natalie Jean, your landlord, for $4,500 that you want returned to you, the 2 months rent you paid, the security deposit, and the dog deposit, because according to you, she didn't have a right to lease to you to begin with. What happened?
Well, it was one day my husband called me and he told me he found this apartment on this website that's called classyapartment.com. On the website, it said, apartment for rent for $1,300, call ASAP, right? My husband called her. He went to see the apartment. The following day, I went with him. I seen the apartment. I said, you know what? I like the apartment. We're going to go ahead with it.
Okay.
January 1st, we gave a total deposit of $4,400. And the third, we gave her additional $100. So that made it a whole total of $4,500.
Okay, did you sign a lease?
Yes.
May I see the lease you signed?
This is what she gave.
Do you have the actual lease?
No, this is everything that she gave.
Okay, so she actually gave you a picture?
No. This is
that's a picture of something. Do you have the something?
I just brought the copies.
Yeah, never do that. Always bring an original, which is much easier to read than a picture. All right, so it says move in, blah, blah, blah. This will be a month to month. So it was a month to month. All right, now what's this other document you gave me a picture of?
That is a document that she forged the landlord name on, that I never met the landlord.
Who is Antoine Sanders?
The landlord? He's right here.
Okay. Can you switch with him, please? All right. According to you, do you have a lease with the landlord?
Yes.
May I see your lease? You are the landlord. You're the owner of the property.
Yes, I am.
All right. So now, how long have you been renting to her?
I never gave her a lease.
How long have you been renting to her?
I never rented her the place.
I don't know what you're talking. What do
I
you mean?
never rented her an apartment.
Okay.
At my house.
So how is she living there?
Her friend used to live there. Her friend moved out and she moved in.
Okay. So she moved in without your authority?
Yes.
Okay. Show me the lease. Does it have your name on it or somebody else's?
My name.
Take a look at that. Is that your signature and her signature? Because it looks like a lease. Why is that a copy that you were bringing me to? Why don't you have an original?
This is not my signature.
That's not your signature?
No, this is
fake. So she forged your signature?
Definitely.
Do you have any ID on you right now? Pull out any ID that has your signature, please. Did you forge that?
No.
You've been to court with her already, right?
Yes.
Why did you go to court?
Because she didn't want to leave when I told her to.
Why were you trying to get her out?
Because she's not supposed to be there.
Why? Yeah, but I mean, don't you want some? Was she paying rent?
No, she wasn't.
Oh, well, that's a good reason. When was the last time she paid rent?
Never.
She's never paid any rent?
No.
Have you ever paid any rent?
Yes.
Show me proof that you've paid rent.
My proof is in the other room.
I can't hear you.
My proof is in the other room.
Why? You don't think that's going to come up here?
Yes.
Will somebody please get whatever proof she left in the other room? Describe the bag it's in.
It's in a cat in a hat bag.
Oh, that ought to narrow it down. Yeah, quite frankly, this really looks like the same person signed both. It doesn't look like his signature at all. So if you have no right to lease the place, how did you find out that there was a problem? Like, how did it come up?
Well, the 1st of February, I just came from work and I was just signing the check to take upstairs to her. Probably after I called my husband, he told me she texted him and said she don't want no check to give her cash or money order. So I found it strange at the beginning. She told us a check, money order, or cash is okay, but all of a sudden you just want cash or money order, right? So I tried to reach out to her. She didn't answer the phone. Okay, it bothered me. Half an hour later, my bell rang. It's the landlord. 2 guys standing at the door, actually. I never seen them in my life. Now, I'm not thinking, I wasn't nervous or nothing, but I should have never opened the door. I opened the door, and he was like,
who are you?
Yeah, he said, who are you? I said, I'm Nicole. What's the problem? He said, do you know who I am? I said, no. He said, I'm the landlord for this house. I said, you can never be the landlord because she lives upstairs. He said, no. The girl that live upstairs, who's Natalie Jean, she's not supposed to be there, and she's renting out the apartment to you, and no one's supposed to be in the house. I said, are you serious? So I got upset, and I called my husband. I told him, you have to come home right away. And from that's
so
how
this happened in February?
Yes, February 1st.
And you have received zero payment from her since ever?
No.
You didn't get, nobody paid you for January? No. Nobody paid you for February? No. And nobody's paid you for March?
No. When I found out that Nicole was staying there, I went there because Natalie did the same thing to another guy.
Are you kidding me?
I'm telling you the truth. It's court.
Why is it taking so long to get her out then?
She petitioned to the court saying that she need for cause. So I have to go back to court on the 14th.
How long you been riding the system the way you do? Go ahead and give her cat in the hat bag and show me proof that you've paid him rent.
I don't have the Okay, so from the beginning.
Show me proof that you paid him rent.
I don't have proof of the rents. Right.
Well, then what did you think was in your cat in the hat bag? Because you told me I left the proof in the other room.
Yes, it's another lease. It's the same lease.
Sweetheart, prove you've been paying rent because according to him, you haven't paid a penny in months and months and months. And yet you're collecting from these folks. And you know that you entered into a stipulation in January in front of another judge that says that you're gone, right?
My lease is not up yet.
Excuse me?
I have my lease that's from the state that sends him monies.
You have your lease that's from the state that sends him monies.
Okay.
Did you sign his name on this piece of paper?
No.
Show me the lease that's from the state that sends him monies. The plot just gets thicker and thicker. Housing Voucher Assistance Program, but it doesn't prove that actual payments are being made.
Oh, I don't know.
Where's your? Well, yeah, you can call your social worker here or whoever the employee is and show that rent is being paid. This is important to me because I need to know if he's lying about rent being paid. So I'm going to take a recess and we're going to make a phone call. Now, I am like the police. If you make me chase you, it's not going to be good. So I'm going to ask you guys one last time. Are rent payments being sent to him by whatever housing authority this is?
I'm not. Now I don't know. You said it could be just a paper that they didn't go through.
Well, I think you would know because it's your benefit, so you would know if it's.
I don't know.
And have you received any housing payments, Section 8, anything else like that, any housing program payments on this property?
No, ma'am. Actually, this case is under investigation.
This is?
Yes, it is for fraud.
I'm not even going to take a recess. You have zero proof that you are paying the landlord. You have collected $4,500 from these people. And you're still living there, right?
Yes, I am.
Right. And are you going to evict them?
No.
You kind of feel bad for them. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. They have not paid, you didn't pay March to her, right? Had you already paid February? Oh, no. You had already paid 2 months plus security.
Yes.
All right.
I paid 1 month on security.
What happened is, ma'am, when I found out...
You know, if you said good morning, I wouldn't believe you. It's not funny.
Listen, ma'am.
Do you have the proof of what you paid her?
This is the receipt that she wrote up.
Oh, yeah. Well, you gave me a picture. That's this, right? No, that's something else. Yeah, it says $4,400 and then $100. And it says $4,200 and $300 on your other document. So how is it that she paid you? There's 2 receipts from you. How is it that she paid you?
They paid a broker's fee and the security deposit.
Broker's fee?
and
a broker's fee to who?
And they paid.
Wait a minute. Oh, I love you. I want to take your chutzpah, bottle it up, and sell it to America. A broker's fee? Who's the broker on this one?
He doesn't want to be disclosed, but he's the one that put it on the ad.
Oh, but you didn't pocket that money. Why don't you watch this, folks? Why don't you prove to me that you paid any money to a broker? Go ahead, I'm waiting for it.
I don't have a proof for that.
Oh, well then I guess that you're full of baloney and you are simply a common thief who has pocketed $4,500 of their dollars. So here's what's going to happen, folks. I am ruling against you. You are going to pay them back every penny of the money that you essentially stole from them. And then you can work out with him what it is, because he's the one who's really nailed in all of this. So you can work out with him what it is that you should be paying in rent and should have been paying in rent for living there. Okay? $4,500 verdict for the plaintiff.
The Larkin sisters preyed on people down to their last dollar and gave them a hard sell.
And they were busted for running a rental scam in Hamilton County. Local 12's Megan Mangello tells us how they pulled off the crime.
How much money you got today to pay these people back?
I have like $500.
Shamaya and her sister Shaniqua Larkin in court to pay for their crimes. Both pled guilty to theft and telecommunications fraud.
Most of the people gave the money before they ever got inside.
Assistant Prosecutor Andrew Berghausen said the sisters pretended to be landlords, posting fake Craigslist rental ads for properties like this one on Adams Road, this one on Cary Drive, and this apartment building on North Bend is one of the fake listings. According to court documents, the victim says she met with Shaniqua Larkin and handed her $800 cash. Then Shaniqua handed her a key. The victim came here, put the key in the door, and found out it didn't work. She called Shaniqua back, and the number was blocked.
I just want to say sorry to the victims, and I'm ready to pay back the money.
The sisters ran the scam from December to March of this year. 8 people were victims, including a veteran.
There's a man who served this country for me and for you, and you preyed upon him and took his money and gave him nothing.
Judge Jody Lubers ordered the Larkin sisters to spend 1 year in jail, be on probation for 3 years, and pay back everything they owe to the victims. If not, the judge said she will sentence them to prison.
So that you don't fall prey to these scams, never send money without visiting the property in person. Confirm the ownership through public records and Google the address. If you see multiple listings for the same home but at different rent amounts, that could be a red flag that one or more of those listings are fake. If the rent is below market rate, that is another red flag. Also, if their listing is on Facebook Marketplace, check the profile of the person advertising the rental. If they have a new profile or they don't have photos or friends, watch out. Being aware of these scams and using reputable real estate professionals can help protect buyers, sellers, and homeowners from falling victim. Please share this video with friends and family to spread awareness. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment about other scams you've heard of.